Hold on, I know this nigga ain't just fall asleep to that Haney pay-per-view. Wake your ass up, nigga. We got some money to make. Yes, sir. Go ahead, get up. It's time to drop some true review. Yeah, hop up at the bed, turn my swag on. Yeah, you ain't know I had to kill that. I'm the biggest, the baddest, big chillin'. Yeah, I'm that nigga. It's Coach Cooper.
Oh, yes, sir. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your thick general manager's favorite sports journalist in the building. True View Sports News very own, man. You saw that thumbnail, you saw that title, you got intrigued, so I'm gonna give it to you. Your favorite journalist is finna let you know. Are we witnessing the Devin Haney downfall? Now, I know the Devin Haney dick riders, they just flooded to the comments. What are you talking about, Coach Cooper? He got the W this weekend. Why are you hating on my husband? Relax, bro. Not every W hits the same as every other W. This W that Devin Haney received over our Cinco de Mayo weekend is damn near as much as an L. The amount of Benadryl that was packed into this performance, I'd be able to start my own sleeping business, my own melatonin company, my own fucking NyQuil brand. The amount of sleep that people received from watching that W Devin Haney was able to get, it was crazy. Solved insomnia everywhere. Now, before I yap away this introduction, y'all already know the drill around here, and if you're new, I'm finna tell you. Y'all fire up that like and subscribe button while I fire up this good old Bongalarooski, okay? I used to use weed to help me go to sleep. Now I just use a Devin Haney pay-per-view, okay? I'll be waking up feeling extremely energized. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That tasted like some breakfast in head in bed, okay? Bet! Back to business, man. We got the greatest PowerPoints on God's green earth, okay? I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. Where it went wrong for Devin Haney. Now, before I make this video, Devin Haney did get the W that I said he needed, but damn it, Devin, did you do it the absolute worst way possible. You won this fight with damn near the least punches thrown in a 12-round championship bout. That's not a record you want to have, bro. That's not a record you want to have. The type of performance you put on, you would have assumed that they sold this pay-per-view with Tempur-Pedic mattresses. A nice little couple came into the Ashleys. Oh, we're looking for a mattress. No worries. We got this mattress, and it also comes with 70% off the Devin Haney pay-per-view. What you think about that? Actually, we'll just take the mattress. You can keep the pay-per-view. Are you sure, actually? The pay-per-view is free. We just need an email for you to register. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that, buddy. I don't like getting my emails out. You said Haney who? Pillow Hands who? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to watch this bullshit. Definitely pay to watch a pay-per-view this boring. You got to come with another type of recipe. So this isn't just hate coming from the performance you put on. I think this was a domino effect. So before I start shitting on you and talking about all the things you did wrong, let's talk about how we got here. Just a couple of years ago, if you would have mentioned Devin Haney, you couldn't tell Devin Haney no wrong. Damn sure a Devin Haney fan. If you said Devin Haney's punches was looking off, they was like, go to hell. What do you mean Devin Haney can't punch right? They was not trying to hear it. They thought that this man was literally our generation's Floyd Mayweather. He was under his wing. He was undefeated. His defense looked impeccable. He had all the hype in the world. Fast forward a couple years later, now Devin Haney isn't worth a fucking McChicken sandwich. This is where I think it went wrong. Early in his career, he had the weight bullying and elderly abuse accusations. You were fighting the senior pipsqueaks, the old man Jenkins. Devin, you were either looking like you was 40 to 50 pounds bigger than them on fight night, and they was just too small, or they was old enough to be your unk, all right? They was rolling around like me. It was that unk status. That can't keep happening. I think he overall handled those accusations. You look at the recent fights that he took, been very solid, great opponents. Devin Haney is known to fight anybody, anywhere, but those were the first issues that I was seeing in his career. I think the night that it started it all, the night where Karma put your ass on her to-do list, the Loma controversy. Now I know the Devin D writers, they rushed back to the comments. Coach Cooper, why you keep talking about his wins? He won all these fights. Why you hating? Relax. I think that Devin Haney winning that fight, it wasn't too crazy. I had Loma winning by a round or two, but Devin Haney winning, it did kind of catch me off guard, not gonna lie. He had that mohawk during that fight. Loma was just landing too many clean punches. His mohawk was shaking all over the place. It wasn't helping him out. It probably looked worse to the judges. So I thought Loma was going to pull it out, but it went to Haney. Now, in that moment, Haney could have been like, all right, y'all think Loma won? I'm seeing y'all boo me. What's going on? Then he could have been like, all right, you get your ass back in here. I have another belting to provide for you. Because I think Devin Haney stepped up to the plate. He could have got a lot of clout from that because he took a fight that everyone was saying was too early. He hung in there. He made it to the decision. And he was actually outboxing Loma for a period of time in a lot of those rounds. So he could have got all the praise in the world, but you got on the mic. You popped out your chest. We saw Loma. Mind you, this nigga just went to war. He came back. You know, he's looked at as a hero in his area. He's crying on national television. He ain't get the result that he was looking at. Pan over to Devin Haney. Stop crying, you bitch ass nigga. This is fucking boxing, you sore loser. Get your ass up. You weak as hell. I'm like, damn. You know, Devin Haney just blasted this man for crying after a loss. Karma, like my parents always say, she got the best weekly planner of all time. You're going to do something and you're going to think you get away with it. Karma going to find your location. She gonna get up with your ass. She never misses a beat. So that's just some life advice for y'all. Don't think you can get over on Karma. She's prepared. And damn right, she was prepared this day. So Devin Haney had this quote after defeating Loma on May of 2023. Almost a year later, on April of 2024, we have the Ryan Garcia invitation to Suplex City. He got DDT'd. He got suplex speared and F5'd all throughout the ring against Ryan Garcia. Now losing, there's nothing wrong with losing, okay? In boxing, when you fight the best, you're supposed to lose, all right? And you really only know how great someone is after they lost. How do they handle it after taking a loss, right? So losing, getting your face swollen up like the Martin episode, I don't think that was a problem. The sore loser lawsuit, how you and your camp handled the loss afterwards. You had that big dinner and y'all was celebrating. Thank God he missed weight. We still champions. Devin Haney at the end of the table looking sad as all outdoors. He just wanted to go to the gym. Y'all over here talking about we still got the belts though. He ain't even got all his consciousness back. But then the sore loser lawsuit, whoever let that shit get to the courts, they wrong, Devin. That was a cherry on top. I think you lost all respect once that paperwork hit that desk. Now, I'm not sure where it is right now. I'm not even sure if Devin Haney actually did it, so I don't want to push any misinformation out there. But from what I'm seeing in interviews and what I'm hearing, that was wrong. The sore loser lawsuit, you over here trying to say, Your Honor, you see the way this nigga discombobulated me? Now, I know I'm a boxer, but he was punching me in my shit differently. All right? This can't be legal for how bad he battered me. Throw this nigga in jail. Sit him in Venezuela or wherever the fuck that prison is. This nigga deserves to do time for how bad he put his hands on me. And then the way your camp is handling the appearances, Devin. I think he's a cool dude. I think that Devin Haney could get a lot of fans. That interview with Kambosos before their fight, he was very respectful in the bout, right? He was saying, why are we talking about Loma? I got a champion right here. People can respect that. Devin Haney also comes out in drip, you know what I'm saying? He's a younger dude, so I think he could get some fans. He doesn't have to be loudmouth. But we can't have more appearances from his daddy at 27 years old than Devin himself. You would think Bill Haney was a boxer, the way he's always getting interviewed over his fighter. Now, it kind of reminds me of the Teofimo Sr. situation. His dad used to talk all day. His dad was talking like he was Bernie Mac. He was talking. It was his show. And now you just never hear from him as much. And I almost miss Teofimo Sr. Lopez. I want to hear one of his outbreaks again, his outbursts. Because now he just doesn't talk. He's done toned it back and he's letting Teo lead the show. I think Devin needs to do the same thing right now because more people are getting associated and tied to Bill's image in his character than Devin, who's overall a quiet person. So I don't mind Bill having interviews. He's funny as fuck. Bill Earthman Haney. I don't know where that insult came from. If that's an LA thing, I'm taking it. But y'all go and watch that Floyd and Bill Haney interview. That shit had me fucking crying, bro. He called that nigga Earthman. Never heard that before. And then lastly, the cherry on the top was you entered the New York long distance relays versus Ramirez. Don't know why you was doing all that running. Never seen such level athletic ability in running since the Usain Bolt days. My man was doing some real serious cardio. Ain't no fucking way you had a 0-punch round. That pissed me off. I woke up and saw that stat. I said, well, there must have been an emergency. Somebody in New York ran into the ring, and that's why they didn't get no punches off. The time ran off the clock or something. This nigga has 0 punches landed in a fight. That's like a defense having 0 tackles secured in a quarter of football. Unheard of shit. So now I'm going to let you know how to fix the Haney hype. That W, we can damn near count it as an L, okay? The melatonin pay-per-view. That fight put so many people to sleep, I'd be able to start a Benadryl company. I'd be able to sell NyQuil right now with how perfect of sleep people received during your 12 rounds. Now, the good takeaways we can make from that fight, you did show a higher guard. Your hand did look a little bit higher. It did drop a little bit, but I understand you got to throw a lot of correct form, punches over a period to get that habit down. I did see the hand drop just a smidgen. But overall, we can see that you're focusing on that technique. And then I said in the last video, movement is key to this victory. Nigga, you took my advice a little bit too much. That was too much movement. I said to hop on your bike, you damn near hopped on a 4-wheeler and you went the whole distance. I think to help yourself right now, get a little bit more clout, get a little bit more credit, have your names pop up in the headlines, you should juice the hell out of this. Play the villain role. Tell people you're the best boxer of all time. No one can box like you. You need to start popping your shit. Maybe put Bill Haney in more interviews because he was causing some viral moments. He almost got into a squabble with Oscar De La Hoya. More Bill, I think, equals more hate and ultimately more money. Take that Floyd Mayweather route. You're undefeated. Be like, make the people want to see you get knocked out. We've seen it before. But the fact that it doesn't count almost helps you in your favor. You could be like, I ain't never lost, so I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Who knocked me down? I don't remember. Y'all show me the facts. That's how you need to play it. And nextly, my main point is people hating on the Ryan rematch, saying that there's no reason no one wants to see it. You should want to see it more. The person who won and failed a drug test allegedly doesn't look the same anymore. And the person who lost is back to looking his average form. He's boxing and jabbing and you can't land a punch on him. I want to see the interview. I think a Haney-Ryan 2 would do stupid numbers, and I think Ryan would find himself in the underdog position again. So I think it's needed for both of their careers. Him coming off a bad win and Ryan coming off a bad loss. Match them up. And I think he needs to do the same game plan he demonstrated on Ramirez, except a higher work rate. You put Ryan Garcia in front of a crowd, there's no way I don't see him throwing hella punches. Devin Haney showed a very quick 1-2 in that fight as well with Ramirez. He had got putting up against the ropes and he threw a 1-2. It almost looked like he was kind of scared that Ramirez got that close. He was like, ah! He threw a 1-2, tried to get some space. Throw that against Ryan Garcia, I can see you dropping his ass. And no more 0-punch rounds, nigga. I might have to pop up, and if I pay for this subscription on the Zone and a nigga throws 0 punches in a fight, I might have to pull up and get some numbers on CompuBox. Pissing people off, man. You have 0-punch rounds, nigga. What? Let me give you a true review of Haney's legacy. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I know I just talked shit this whole video, but overall, 32-0, 15 KOs, youngest undisputed lightweight champion, 2-time weight division champ. Y'all see the wins, and y'all already know who I think he should fight next. Overall, I give him an 8.3 out of 10. I almost wanted to say originally put you at like an 8.5 or 0.6 because you done fought everyone in the who's. But right now your score is taking a hit because you losing aura. So I had to put you at 8.3. Originally it was like an 8.5, but I had to knock you down a little bit. I think Devin Haney's still that dude. He's still that guy. People are kind of being dramatic right now. You're not going to have a barn burner every time you walk out. And I heard that the venue was kind of dead. That plays a lot into, the fighters' energy and their output, with the crowd not crowding. So I think Devin Haney can still perform. It makes me even more excited to see a rematch because what results are we going to get now? Did the Ostarine really play a difference? Or does that damn, I almost stuttered myself to sleep. Or does Devin Haney have what it takes to avenge him getting suplexed back on 420? That's all I have for this video. My camera's about to explode again. So y'all like and subscribe so I can replace this motherfucker. Y'all let me know what y'all think and who's going to win in the rematch. Hopefully it gets announced soon. But other than that, y'all have a good day. Most importantly, stay true and subscribe. We're going to reach 1,000 before 2026. Believe that. All right. Y'all have a good one.